Hello and welcome back. So last time we left off, we designed this user card right here off to the left. And then we wanted to style these guys. So I basically decided to go into the HTML, and so here's the grid container user card. So the first section starts here at work. So originally I had grid item and work, but then I realized um, this whole section is one container, and then inside there's the other div. So that's going to be the grid item, and there's going to be two rows. One's going to have the um, classification like work, play, social, and all that. And then it's going to have this SVG ellipsis icon. And then the second one's going to be how many hours they dedicated to that category, and then like last week, last month, or yesterday. So right now this is hard coded, and we're going to use JavaScript to have that be dynamic, but for now just hard coding just to get the layout um, of this. And so here's mobile design, just to remind you guys. It's taking a while. So you have this, but desktop. So we're gonna have this div here. It's gonna be sitting at the bottom. Then we're gonna have this guy right here. Alrighty, so let's get started. Alright, so let's see. We are grid container user card. So okay, so right here. So I'm gonna start with my grid item. Okay, so that one, so this is going to be position relative, right? Because we're going to want to shift it. And the height, I'm going to say maybe 80%. And then now I can use this bottom keyword, and that's telling me that I can move it up. So top, bottom, left, or right. So I'm gonna move it. So since the container it's in is like 100%, right? That's the parent. It's 100%. So if I'm gonna make it 80%, it's gonna be 80% of the height, but it's gonna be sitting like at the top because it's the only child that's inside. There's nothing pushing it down or anything. So that means in order to move it from the top, I have to shift it down by minus 20%. Okay, so let me go back. So this grid item will be shifting down inside like the work or the play, those types of sections. They'll be shifting down. And let's see. Alrighty. So now I got that. Okay, so now there's some shift. Actually, background color var dash dash background blue. Alright, let's check that now. Okay. I was forgetting something. Okay, because here it's gonna be like the icon or something. Maybe, yeah, 80% is good. So now I have this sitting down here. So now everything else inside we're gonna style. So we're gonna have this would be row, this right here, and this is row 1, and then this is row 2. Alright, so they all got styled the same. So then I did row 1 just because that seemed like the most logical choice. So I'm gonna give it a flex here. Let's see, so I'm gonna justify content. I'm gonna say space between. Let's see, I'm gonna align the content center. And I'm gonna give it a font size of 18 pixels or 1.8 rem, and then padding, oops, no, I don't want auto, 0.5 ems. All right, let's see how that looks. Save that. Okay, wait, this is supposed to be. Oh, align content. Okay, no, that's align items. Okay, there we go. Okay, now these guys right here align. Alrighty, so that looks good. So that is grid item row 1, row 2. Alright, so we are going to text align center that. We're gonna say the font size is 5 rem, and the margin bottom we're gonna give 2.5 m. Okay, so now we got this huge font. But again, so this right here we need to change, and that I put inside of a span. So if I go back here, row 2, so I have this paragraph, and then I have the span. So that's where we're gonna target. So now dot grid dash item dash row 2 span. All right, so the first thing we want is font size. We'll give it 1.6 rem. One on its own line, so we'll give it display block and margin top 2 rem. Okay, and I believe I saved that. All right, cool. Everything seems to be going pretty good. All right, so now let's go down here and let's do a media. Whoops, can't spell today. So we're gonna do a max width of, let's say, 950 pixels. And so now we're gonna go grid template columns, and actually, you know what? Let me show you if I don't do that. Grid template areas. All right, so the user card. Oh, you know what? I'm so silly. Oh, yeah, let's just go back here and just do that. All right, so I gotta do what was it? Grid container. Yes. So I gotta do grid container. Actually, I'll just copy this. Yeah, since I'm gonna do the same thing. Command V. All right. So we don't need to redeclare grid. Um, this one, I'm just gonna comment out for now. The gap and the margin. Let's just comment these out. See if we have to. All right, so now this gets its own. Why is that white? Oh, because we gotta do that. Okay. Just this. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't need. All right, so work. So all these guys are gonna be on their own row now. All right, so this thing's taking a while tonight. Alrighty, so it's not center, but so now I have this, and then if I collapse it at like 950, maybe even 1,000, then I got this. This still works. So that looks good. Well, actually, let me see. Yeah. So the gap, oh, the gap's gonna be the same, right? But let's say the width is maybe 60%. And let's just change that to 0. Oh, and then, remember, no, mobile design. So this guy collapses. So let me save that. So right now we have it like this. 60%. Okay, that's okay, 50%. Okay. So that is hashtag user card dash bottom. So now we're gonna say it's display flex. We're gonna flex wrap. We're gonna say wrap. Okay, and then we're gonna justify content. We're gonna do space around. That way, maybe even space evenly. And then the reason why I did flex wrap was align, so not the items, but the content center. So the cross axis is in the vertical direction since the default for flex is row. So now it adjusts that. Display space. Should have been space around. Oh, okay. So then so here we have one column now. So you can do like one fraction, right? you can do auto, that gives you that, or you can say max content. So now this is able to expand out, and let's see. Let's just change that to 60%. I got this overlap. That should not happen. You know what? There's also this thing. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. Let's see. So let's just go all. So that means I'm selecting everything, and then I'm gonna give it a box sizing of border box. That way, so when I add padding and margin and all that, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So like, if I add padding or margin, this container grows. So like, let's say this is, 450 pixels high, so 450, right? But then let's say I add 20 pixels of padding to the top and bottom, so now it's 450 plus 20 plus 20, so it's 490, so it grows. That's why it was overlapping, and then that's why it's pushing down here. But if you do border box or box sizing border box, then you still keep that 450 pixel height that you established. Everything just kind of gets fit within the container, like the interior side, so it doesn't expand outward and get bigger, if that makes sense. Oh, and then these guys, the grid container. Wait, what did I have it? So the section is work. Oh, okay. Yeah, because those are the grid items. Let me see. Well, they both have it. And I believe it was border radius of 1.6 rem. Let's see. Wait, grid. Wait, not grid container. Grid item. Border radius 1.6 rem. Okay, alrighty. So then I should just come in here. Play study. Exercise, social, and self-care. That's the last one, right? Oh, wait, actually. I already have it. Grid item. I'll just say parent. Alright, so Okay, so border radius of, oops. All right, that's better. So that fits. So we got everything looking good. I just have to have the icon. That is okay. So let's just grab this. So let's do, where are we at? Oh, work. Alrighty. Okay, so I totally forgot about that. Wait, where am I at? Well, it's only 79. Let's see if I do like a float right. Yes. Alrighty, and yeah, so it was there, kind of covering it. Covering it up. So I kind of, yeah, I'll just keep it like that. I think that looks pretty good, just showing what it needs to show. Okay, so yeah, that's that. I'm gonna just, I mean, the others will fall in line, you know, so I'll do that, just so I don't bore you guys to death. But other than that, I mean, everything looks good, and I think all we have to do now is just the JavaScript, because we got the flow looking good. Grid item. Yeah, because, oh, I guess it was like that, huh? Oh, okay, yeah, 1.2 is a little better there. So, okay, that looks a lot better. All right, so there you go. So that's where we're gonna end this video for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys learned a little bit more about CSS Grid.